I'm here with Coach Chambers, one of the assistant coaches who primarily, his function, I believe, primarily coaches that you're a line coach.
Yeah, we're the Hoggies coach for the offense and defensive line.
All right, the Hoggies, you heard it right here.
Oh, yeah.
Coach Chambers is filling in for Coach Domser this evening because he's trying to get his team ready for a ball game. But Coach, 3-4, where you wanted to be?
It's not where any coach wants to be. But I think from the start of the season to now, we've put ourselves in a position to control our own destiny. We're really not focused on the schedule, just focused on this next game ahead with Omak. It's that one week at a time mentality. We take Omak, we handle our business, and then we can move on to Kashmir. And so, a schedule is a schedule, but when you only got a conference of 4, every game when it comes to conference counts. And so we're going to just focus on that. All the other games we look at as great opportunities for kids to learn and come out here and just play a sport and kind of pick it up. We got a bunch of new kids out here, and so we're just putting things together. But we're going to be dangerous going into the next couple seasons, next couple weeks here.
Last week was a tough one.
Man.
To lose by 2 and kind of a last minute type of thing. But tell me, taking your linemen, coming away from that game, did you take away anything that you see that you needed to focus on for them this week? Yeah,
the big thing is, in the fourth quarter, 7:26 left on the clock, and we have 5 drives, 5 opportunities on offense to score, and we had 4 or 5 takeaways on defense. We stopped them scoring. But we weren't just sustaining our blocks. So that was the big thing that we were working on this week, is just sustaining our blocks, getting a good 8-count block in, giving our quarterback opportunity to make plays. I mean, all the way down to the last second with Mason making that, giving him a chance to make a catch. And if we would have just held our block a little bit longer and gave Eli a chance to gun it in there. But as far as Hoggies, it starts up front, man. We're trying to eat. We're trying to basically do everything. We don't get the glory. We don't get the fame. So our guys know that, and I just tell them this week, we just got to sustain it. And same with defense. Defense is, we got to put our ears back and just go after it. And if we're tired, we got to understand that and kind of suck it up for each play. And I look at it as one play, and then once that play is done, you just let it go and you move on to the next. And that's kind of what we've been preaching all week, is just making sure that these kids understand you got each play to go out and make a difference. Each play could be a turnover. And we seen that last week with Cascade. They did a great job. I mean, awesome, hats off to them. But we shot ourselves in the foot. You got 5 opportunities to score with 7 minutes, and you're stopping them on defense, and our offense ain't sitting blocks. I mean, that doesn't work. It's not, so it's kind of a bummer. But this week, I think it's gonna be different, man. We got the linemen are just excited. They're hungry, and I think we just want to make plays. And it's like Donner says, he's been preaching it all year. We're all in. And so this is for a long haul, and so this is going to be an opportunity for us to grow each week, and we're going to grow with Omak. We're going to see what happens, and best man wins.
Coach, you are the cheerleader on the team side of the field. I mean, we have our cheerleaders, and then there's Coach Chambers. Coach, what is the story behind that? Obviously, you're a very gregarious, outward type fellow, but there's also more to it than that from a coaching perspective. Tell us what that's all about.
Man, I love football, and that's what it boils down to. I love it with a passion, and I love to see young men play this game to the highest level. But sometimes it takes a spark, and if I can be that spark, if I can be that energy on the sideline to keep our guys focused and hungry and in the game, that's what I'll do. But it's the love of the game. I mean, how do you not like Friday Night Lights? I mean, how do you not love coming underneath the lights and playing in front of your crowd and playing in front of your friends and your peers, your parents, and for 48 minutes putting it all out here. And so, for me, it's an honor and a pleasure just to be able to be out here with these guys. I mean, I don't think people realize how much work these football players put in. And so if my 48 minutes of being high energy for these guys every Friday night, if it helps us any way, that's a positive for me. But it's just getting these guys staying mentally in the game. And whether it's cracking jokes, whether it's running down the sidelines high-fiving, or getting chants going, or being loud and obnoxious on the sidelines, it's also mentally for the other team, they're like, dude, my coach ain't doing that. Why am my coach cheering? And so it's these kids, they'll run through walls for this coaching staff. And that's what you want. You want kids that are constantly competitive for each other. And that's the whole point of this whole season is all in and family. It's that mentality that we are going to play each and every down for one another. And the cool thing as coaches, we get to be cheerleaders for these kids. It's all about them on Friday nights. It's not about coaches. It's completely about these kids just going out and having fun. So, man, I love it.
I can tell that, Coach. Well, obviously, we want you to have a great success tomorrow night. It's very important that you get this one to stay in the hunt.
Oh, yeah.
And tomorrow night, you may have an opportunity for Cascade to take a step back as a result of their game. So, obviously, the key is going into Omak tomorrow night and winning one game at a time, as they say. What's the one thing you feel like you need to take into that game as a coach to make sure that you are your guys are playing at the maximum level?
Man, it's constantly telling these guys to play the whole 48. That's the one thing I'm gonna brag about our team. We've lost some games, but it's because we haven't played a full 48. If we play a full 48 minutes of football, there is no one around that's gonna stop us. We're dangerous. We got the players to compete. We got the players to make big plays. We're explosive on offense, and we smack you on defense. But the thing is, we haven't put a full 48 together. And like I said, I think this is that week where 48 minutes is going to come up on that board, and I think you're going to see some big things against Omak. So, hey, we hungry and we trying to eat, so that's what we do.
All right. Well, Coach, good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you.
Obviously, they're going to have that high energy on the sidelines for Coach Chambers, and Coach, we just wish this whole group a great success the rest of the way out. So
thanks.
Look forward to being there with you.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave.
You've got Dave Rogie here with Assistant Coach Chambers, who is, to say the least, is by far the greatest cheerleader on the sidelines, because you hear him always. It's never a moment that goes on in the game that you cannot hear him across the sidelines hollering and screaming at the kids. So you know that he's doing his job to keep them consciously in the game. And that's a great thing. So we wish these guys the best of luck tomorrow night. You got a chance to meet a couple of our senior leaders. And with hopes, we're going to get a chance to see some great leadership out on that field tomorrow night and a huge win. This is number 2 game in the CTL for them, and from here on out, every win makes the difference whether they may or may not have a shot at a playoff. So we'll keep our fingers crossed for them and wish them well, and we'll be there to provide some play-by-play so you'll all have a chance to get to know these guys and get a chance to watch them as they're putting all of that heart and soul out there on the green turf tomorrow night under the lights. This is Dave Rogie for Go Lake Chelan.